You're tuned in to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast.
Welcome back to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast, where we are showcasing the coolest brands and gifts while featuring movers and makers. I'm your host, Lenorm, and excited because our media gal, Michelle, is joining us today. Woohoo! Are you going to woohoo me back? No.
I'm sorry.
Okay. That's unfortunate. I'm going to woohoo for her. Anyway, today we're going to learn how to break our habits and learn how to take control of them. Now, this is the Pavlok. Now, it's the only wearable shocking device that helps you snap out of your bad habits and ultimately take control of your behavior. Their CEO, Maneesh Sethi, joins us to demonstrate how this device works and how it can be a huge game changer in our everyday lives. Manish, welcome to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast.
Hey there. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, it's nice to see you on a podcast and not on Facebook Live this time around.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Let's just cut to the chase, my friend. The Pavlok is a wearable shocking device. It obviously has to be safe since you're, on the third version of this. So it's been working for years. How does the Pavlok work?
So we are a wearable device company. Essentially, other devices just track what you do, but we change what you do. And we do that by using operant and classical conditioning. We give you rewards and sensations when you do good behaviors, as well as an electric stimulus called an aversive snap to help you stop doing bad behaviors. So our product is essentially a wearable habit trainer.
And it can break any habits, right, Michelle? What habits do you want to break today?
Yeah, so I get pretty anxious at times, and because of that, I end up pulling at my nails, and this is a habit I've had forever. So I've never been able to stop it. Would Pavlok help me? Like, is this the key?
It's definitely going to help you, absolutely. Using it to help stop what we call DFRBs, that's like body-focused repetitive movements, nail biting, hair picking or scratching, any kind of motion. The Pavlok has 60 years of evidence on using it for those specific behaviors with a process called aversive conditioning. And Pavlok 2 and Pavlok 1 were really focused around that concept, around helping you break bad habits. And if you go to the website, pavlok.com/science, you'll see all that stuff. In the last year or so, we found that diving deeper, helping people become more mindful and helping them start to focus on good behaviors, often combined with the breaking of the bad, works far better. And so the Pavlok 2 that you have is slightly different than the Pavlok 3 that I'll also demo for everybody, that shows people how to, and would help you with becoming more mindful throughout your day, catching yourself in the loop and helping replace that bad behavior of whatever you want to stop with positive behaviors.
So yeah, what is the difference between the second version and the third generation?
So the core functionality is of the hardware itself is very similar. They both vibrate, beep, and release a zap. The difference is the app. The app is changed quite a bit. So your app is focused on waking up and is focused on breaking a bad habit. And the Pavlok 3 app, which you can download and use with your device as well, is focused on good habits and forming new stuff. So why don't we start with yours?
How do we start?
Can I share my screen maybe?
Yeah, go right ahead.
So this is essentially a quick, this is the new Pavlok website, and it shows the app, which I'll demo in 1 second. This is the main difference is it's much sexier. The device is much better looking. And you see that it has these new upgraded apps, specifically, let me just fast forward past this stuff. You can wear it as an attachment to your Apple Watch, like that. And it has 3 core apps. So there's Pavlok for waking up, there's Pavlok for good habits, and there's Pavlok for mindfulness. So those are the 3 core apps, and I'll just basically show you what it looks like. So when you download the app and you log in, this is where you're going to land. And on this page, you can, which one are you interested in? Pavlok for good habits, Pavlok for mindfulness, or waking up?
Good habits, right?
Yeah, good habits.
Yeah, we'll get our snooze buttons off eventually, but let's break our bad habits first, one thing at a time, okay? We can't multitask here.
Problem. So good habits allows you to start by winning rewards. It's like a point system by doing good behaviors. So you track your habits, you set goals, you monitor trends, and you choose a habit you might want to track. So something like activity, your step count, for example. And what happens is it auto connects to your Apple Health and syncs all of your good habits and behaviors. And each day that you achieve your behaviors, you win these points called volts that you can redeem for analog watches, new bands, colors, sweatshirts, etc., stuff like that. So by sticking through with your behaviors, you stick to good habits. By being mindful, you get prompts throughout the day, little vibrations that remind you, what are you grateful for today? You get a vibration sensation on your wrist, and it reminds you to take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out. That would be very helpful in the search for the nail biting. You can set it to vibrate and then zap, for example, and that causes it to snap you out of, often you'll catch yourself like fish and like it's nail biters, and then they'll catch themselves. And each day they catch themselves earlier in the habit loop. And so by combining mindfulness plus the zap, you create bad habit, like you remove those BFRBs pretty rapidly from your system. So does that make any sense? Am I kind of just talking a lot of?
No, I get it, but my question is, so how, if we're sitting here right now, right, and her hands are under the table picking at her nails, how does the Pavlok know that she's doing that to stop her?
Got it. So the Pavlok, as it is, has hand detection for nail biting. It doesn't have hand detection for what she's doing. What she wants to do is unlock the aversion habits.
Okay.
Long story short, even if you can, here's how you do it without any app. If you're just wearing it, to break a bad habit, what you want to do is put it on and think about the bad habit you're doing and push the button on purpose. It's uncomfortable. You're going to feel a zap. So it's like you're telling yourself, that's stupid. Don't bite your nails. Don't do that. If you do that for a few minutes on purpose, throughout the day, whenever you catch yourself, do it again. Within a couple of days, your brain stops doing that behavior. So without any app or worrying about that, that's how you do that for that specific reason.
Whose wrist, Michelle? You want mine or yours?
It doesn't matter. You could put it on mine.
Okay, we're gonna put it on Michelle's.
Put it on the neck. Do it on the neck. It's way funnier on the neck.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous to have this on.
Wait,
I feel like there's like.
How tight do we go? Like.
As tight as possible. Yeah. No,
also, this is my non-dominant wrist. Does that
it doesn't
matter?
need to hurt. Yeah. The tighter, the more you'll feel it.
Okay.
So now I just press a button and a locking mechanism will turn on, and now I have complete control over everything you do for the rest of your life.
Wait, you do?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, come on! Like,
wouldn't that be crazy? Like that movie, Kingsman. So anyway, now you want to pair to it in the app. So there's two things you can do right now. One is pair to it in the app, and the second is just push down and you'll feel a zap. But I think you should pair to it.
Okay, create an account. Easy enough. Okay. So, Michelle, actually push that down. I want to see what it does.
But then it's going to shock me. Wait, just push the top?
It's set to a low percentage, very low.
Like here?
It kind of feels like a tap right now. Just push down right there. It should light up.
Yeah, a little bit, but not like...
Did you just feel a vibrate?
Yeah, it's just like a little vibration. It didn't hurt or anything, but...
Did you see a green light at the top of when you let go, or not a green light?
It flashed red, yellow, and then green.
Great. So the green means that it passed through your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And so that means that it's very light, but it is being transmitted.
Okay, meet your trainer, get zapped. Ha, Michelle, start. Disclaimer, I agree. Okay, so now what device are you using? I am using...
Same one, should be, yeah.
So Pavlok, the green at the top.
Yeah. It just hit the volts button. Actually, I just skipped through this. So just hit the bottom one.
Volts.
And...
Continue, enable, push, fine. Okay.
When you get to the remote, it should let you connect. There should be like on the top right icon.
Remote.
Yeah. See, this is remote.
It's going. Yeah, connected.
Great. So now if you just click on those little icons on the left.
Okay, I see vibration, beep, zap. I'm just going to put it to the screen so our friends can see too.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and hit that vibration button and you should feel a vibration.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Hit that beep.
No, it didn't hurt.
And now turn that zap up as high as you feel comfortable.
No.
It's at 30, Michelle.
Okay.
Do you feel comfortable at 30?
Let's hit a 50 or 60. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm trusting you.
Manish, don't let us down.
Random guy who comes on your concerts. Can you did it work? Did you feel anything?
I'm afraid. I'm doing it. Okay, ready? And did you feel anything?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I felt it. That was different. It didn't vibrate, but it's like a shock. Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the word shock has a lot of weight to it, but what we're doing is we're creating signals of frequencies, right? You can create touch in a variety of patterns. So there's just not enough words to describe it, so people only think of the word shock, but at the level you just felt, it kind of just feels like someone's touching to get your attention. As you increase it, it'll feel like a stronger rubber band snap. And at higher levels, it just snaps the attention from your mind away from automatics to the present. So
we need to get people out of the
understand
mindset of like actually electrically shock. You know what I mean?
Like they always say, if you want to convince the world to shock themselves at 1,000 volts, you first start with 100. Isn't that something your parents told you growing up also every day?
Duh.
I'm just kidding.
When I did click the Zappy Zaps button, I have an iPhone, so it paired me up to Siri, and it says when I say zap, and
annoying, isn't it?
Do I add that?
You should. It should only ask you once, but it lets you create automations later on. So you can set it like, if I go on Facebook, then vibrate or zap my wrist. So that's what the Siri feature does. It lets you set, like, for me, it says I get zapped if I go on Facebook before 5 p.m. And then after 5 p.m., it shows a push that says, you're allowed, but be mindful.
Wow.
And I found that reduces my Facebook usage. So that's what that Siri function.
Interesting. Okay. So now I'm in the device. How do we know if Michelle's, say, biting her fingers?
So here's the question, Michelle. Do you want to cut back on it? Do you really want to quit? Would you be willing to like put 5 days of effort into actually quitting, or do you just want to kind of be more aware in a little bit? Like, you're not seriously committed, but you just kind of want to try it out.
I mean, it would be very nice to quit if you like. I seriously am always like constantly pulling at my fingers. My friends started calling me out on it. I have no nails. I don't wear rings because I don't like people looking at my hands. So this is bad. I would like to one day be able to wear a ring and be like, wow,
look at me
go.
So here's how you can do this. Like, the secret is 5 days of just 5 minutes a day. And I'll show you just 30 seconds of it right now. So on the app, do you see something that says, if you click on habit at the top, do you see aversion?
Yes, I do.
Click on that, show it to the screen. There's a little timer and it says zap every few seconds. So if you can set that to maybe zap 60% every 5 seconds.
5 seconds, start. 60, oh yeah, that's 100. I don't want to do that to you, Michelle. 60, now we're going up?
Just do 60. And then can you just show me, before you hit start, can you show me the behavior you want to quit doing?
It's kind of just like a pulling. I don't know how to...
Something
like this. Like, I guess you could say
stop,
that.
Yeah, and I want to stop biting my nails, which is why I pay for a nail salon, because then I don't bite them.
That's a technique. You're doing this?
It's kind of it's kind of just like a pull, but it could be at like any.
Are you
of them.
ripping skin?
Mm-hmm.
Either the nail or the skin. Yeah, it's like the cuticle. It's everything. It's just bad.
You want to show it to the camera?
Yeah, go up. Let's see them.
Eye contact
I'm exposing myself here. You can't even see.
Okay, I see. Even the camera's like, I don't want to focus.
Yeah, it's like, just kidding.
I see it. It doesn't look so bad, but I see it.
The camera did it justice because it was a little blurry. So you're being a little nice.
So I think that the way that we found works the best is this way. You first of all want to choose a new behavior you'd rather your hands did. So for example, like every time nail biters catch themselves nail biting, I'll often say, take your hand and put it on your right leg. And like, this is the comfortable home place, right? You take a deep breath. That's the new replacement for that old habit, right? So you're kind of sitting like this, and I don't have all the details on where you are and what your posture is and what you're doing. But let's just start with something simple. So like, how does this sound? If you catch yourself doing this, you'll put both hands on your knees and do one deep breath before you continue.
Okay.
Does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So here's what we're going to do. You have that aversion session up?
Yep, I have 5 seconds, 50%. 60% every 5 seconds.
Great. Let's go ahead and start with that. And you're just going to do it for, let's say, 15 seconds. I want you to do the behavior that you want to stop. You're going to get a zap feeling. And I want you to focus on how stupidly painful your dumb brain is doing stuff that's making you get zapped.
It's hard to like purposely do that. Not yet.
Did you hit start?
Yeah, I did. I hit start, and it's to make sure I press start, and
it's hard to like purposely make myself.
Do you not feel it?
No.
Can you go just to the remote and hit the zap button? That little remote.
Yes,
I don't know why the timer's not working, but I don't know how to diagnose wrong.
Oh, I felt it. Oh no.
Okay. So just for a few seconds, continue to do that behavior. And I want you to
Okay.
think about like your brain as a daddy brain and a dumb animal brain. And you're like the adult brain's like, why are you stupidly touching your hands? I'm going to zap you.
I did that.
Change
I
yourself.
did it. I did it. I did it. I
Yeah.
remote did it.
Let's do it 3 more times. That'll be a good first session. So focus on that sensation. Look down at your hands and press the button.
Stop. You're supposed
okay.
to stop and put your hands
know,
on your.
I
No,
know.
no, okay. It's all right. She's doing how she wants to do it.
I don't know.
Now,
It's just like
go ahead and try doing this now. Take the zap and look down and do this, but then move your hands to your legs and take a deep breath and send her a vibration. You feel that?
mm-mm.
Feel vibration, right?
Yeah.
So essentially that's what you want to do. There's audio sessions that train you how to do these, but you essentially want to create an association, just like Pavlov's dogs or drinking too much tequila in college, where you create an aversion, which makes you aware while you do an activity. And you can do this by purposefully doing the action. Over the next day, you're going to notice some weird thoughts. Like later on today, you're going to see yourself doing this and you're going to be like, whoa, what the hell? Why? You're going to become aware earlier in the process. So notice that. And if you're wearing the Pavlok, zap once, then do the new action. And if you put in 5 minutes a day with the zap for 5 seconds, every 5 seconds, if you do that for 5 days, you will like over 75% of people are BFRB free, are nail bite free 1 year later.
And that's in the aversion part?
Yeah, it's in the aversion and the intro course. They both work together. So there's a 5-day intro course you could go through.
I would have to click the start for the aversion session. And is that only for like this moment being, or is that going to set that up moving forward as we're like, training?
No, that's just the one-time 5-minute thing.
Okay.
But so if you're trying to quit a habit, you should just do that one thing, basically catch yourself in the behavior, press the button and do a session once a day.
Cool.
If you are trying to wake up, you should use the Pavlok for Waking Up app, which is a very different use case. And I think that Pavlok 2 is basically those 2 functions.
Yep. I see sleep habits and routines as well as the remote. Dang.
It's pretty cool. And then do you use desktop or mobile more?
Both equally.
Yeah.
There's a cool Chrome extension which lets you set your like websites you want to reduce. Like if I want to get only 5 minutes a day on Facebook, for example, or it'll send a zap to my wrist after I spend too much time.
Wow.
So you
definitely
can
need that for my
I'll send you the
phone.
link. You can try that if you want.
Yeah,
Anyway,
definitely.
that's Pavlok. But does that like get you set up at all?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Like,
So how long does the battery last?
like 14 days.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I
And
thought
honestly, the thing that people like love about it is the step and sleep tracking. And like if you wear it for tracking your sleep at night once or twice, you'll see really interesting data. And the alarm clock works like crazy. It's just the world's best alarm clock by far.
yeah, we're gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
Are you heavy sleepers?
No.
I used to track my sleep on my Fitbit, and I didn't realize that I was such a bad sleeper until I did that one. So I'd be interested to see if it was the same with the Pavlok. If it
Do you
says
wake up in
anything
the morning to an alarm, or do you not need an alarm?
I wake up to an alarm every day.
And do
I
you
wake
hit
up to
snooze?
4 alarms.
Yeah.
I snoozed this morning. I was 10 minutes late to work.
Well, so there's like everything that you guys are chatting about, like is all like we basically have found that the key use of our product is waking up. And my girlfriend, she showed me her phone. She has like a one alarm every 3 minutes for 2 hours, starting at 6 a.m. And it's fine when you hear about those people in theory, but then the first time they sleep next to you, you're like, what the is going on? And I'm like, also, I literally invented the solution to this. So like, you better try this, right? So we created a rose gold Pavlok, and she loves it because it's
that's
rose
cute.
gold, I guess.
I like the
And it's funny because the Pavlok alarm clock vibrates you in your light sleep, and you have about a minute or two to get out of bed, or it starts to beep and then sends you a zap. And the zap just wakes you up in less than a second. And so she went from having 100 alarms that were enabled to every day just one. And it's awesome because like see it in my own life. But if you have, in general, my main point is that if you guys are trying to get like a real quick life change from Pavlok, no doubt over 75% of our users use the alarm clock because of how fundamentally fast it shifts their behavior.
How quick
So
do you think that would shift it?
Essentially, the first day, most people who are heavy sleepers will sleep through the vibration and the beep, and they'll get the first zap. And their brain suddenly recognizes the next time that a vibration means a zap will come. So by day 2 or 3, the users will feel a light vibration and they'll instantly snap alert. And so that's the big shift. It makes you wake up with alertness. And for heaviest sleepers, you can disable it only by doing jumping jacks or by taking a picture of a QR code. So that feature allows you for heavy sleepers to become extremely early risers if they want to. So anyway, that's the best use. And if you guys have it on your wrist, that product in particular is designed for waking up more than anything. So I'd highly recommend you try creating an alarm.
Okay, so I know exactly how we're going to spend the rest of our day. We're going to go dig deep into the Pavlok. Thank you for sending us a sample so we could try it out. Michelle, you could take it off. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. You got enough today.
Yeah, enough
you were
shocks.
trained for
Okay.
now. How do we shut it off?
It doesn't shut off. It
Okay.
dies after 14 days. You charge it with a new battery. Don't let it die.
That's easy.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean, I hope that you guys try it out, and I'd love to hear how it goes for you.
Yeah, for sure. So to learn all about the Pavlok philosophy and different products available to really help improve your life, you can visit pavlok.com. That's Pavlok.com. Check them out on Instagram, Twitter, at Pavlok, on YouTube, Pavlok wristband. They have a lot of videos there that are able to help you out. And you can check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/Pavlok Wearable. And there we go. There is the site right there ready for you. And ready to change your bad habits starts today. Maneesh Sethi, thank you for showing us this product that you've invented to help make our lives a little bit more productive, I'd say.
I hope so. Thank you so much, and looking forward to chatting with you soon.
And that's a wrap on another episode of the Brand Ambassador Select podcast. I'm your host, Lenora, while Michelle's hanging out with us today. And make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss one. More at brandambassadorselect.com, and we will see you next time.